girls and boys. Back here with Lifeboat 12. So they're now on the HMS Anthony. Thank goodness they were rescued. So let's see what's going to happen now. I mean, we're not at the end of the book, so something still could happen. Let's find out. This is called Fame and a Fortune. First thing, my friends and I are taken to a reception in honor hosted by the Glasgow Lord Provost. It goes by in a blur of speeches and tears and gifts of coats, badges, gold brooches, and keys to the city. It's fun being fussed over, but deep down, I can't help feeling like an imposter. It's not like we did anything special to deserve all this attention. All we did was hang on, survive. But there's no stopping all the ceremonies and the parade of gifts. Being in Scotland, they give us kilts. Choose any clan you like, they say. I choose Hunting Gordon, darkish green with a yellowish stripe. I'll give it to my sister when I get home. It's not likely I'll wear it once I get back to London, is it? When will they let us go home? And after that, what? Will we try again, set off on another ship for Canada? I can't think about that now. The Glasgow Lord Provost leads us to his library. I would like to give each of you a book, he says. Choose whichever book you like. Oh, now there's a gift I'll take. Which book do I choose? Adventure stories, of course. In the afternoon, Mr. Nagorski keeps his promise. He replaces our pocket money, and then he doubles it. We knew he was a millionaire. Later, Red Cross workers tend to us and try to answer our questions. What happened after the ship sank, I asked. What happened to the others from the Benares? Oh, you don't know, do you, says one. A rescue ship, HMS Hurricane, found them the day after the Benares sank. They pulled survivors from the water and brought them home. They're safe now. Safe? They're safe? Where's my friend Terry, I asked. Terence Holmes. Is he back home now? I can't wait to see him. And where's my little brother Alan? Asks Derek. And mine, asks Billy. His name is Peter. Let's see, they say. We can look them up. The Red Cross workers consult their paperwork, running their fingers down the ship's lists of names. Terence Holmes. Here. Let's look up Alan Capel. And how about Peter Short? And they exchange glances. What? What is it, I say? They sit us down to give us answers that we don't want to hear. Not one of them survived. Not Terry, not Alan, not Peter. Billy and Derek start to cry, but I can barely hear with the noise going on in my head. Pictures rewind of Terry pulling me into shelters, picking up shrapnel, drawing his ships, laughing at my jokes, kicking a football, racing go-karts. Ken, he calls. Ken Sparks. Canada, here we come. But Terry will never see Canada, and I will never see my friend again. Only 13 children from our original 90 are still alive. 13. Telegrams go out to our parents. Delighted, confirm officially that your boy is safe and well landed in Glasgow. If you wish to fetch him, third-class return fare will be paid. If not, he will be escorted back to you as soon as possible. Please wire or telephone your intention. Rejoice at survival of your gallant son. While we wait for our parents to fetch us, Auntie Mary suggests we write letters home. Ken, says Mary, reading over my shoulder, you didn't tell them that you were the one who spotted the plane. You are our hero, Ken. I smile and feel my face flush, but I don't say anything. Mary touches my arm. They're going to be very proud of you, my boy. Billy's parents arrive first and swoop him up in their arms. Billy wraps his arms round his mom's neck and hides his face in her shoulder, while his dad's arms encircle them both. Mommy, Billy says, choking, Mommy. Yes, Billy, I've got you. Mommy. What is it, sweetheart? Billy takes a big hiccuping gulp. Mommy, I haven't got Peter for you. Oh, Billy, my Billy, she says, tears streaming down her cheeks as she wipes his away and whispers in his ear, oh, my darling, darling boy, I still have you. Other parents appear soon after, and the tender scene plays over and over again. I stand to the side, watching all these family reunions, full of smiling tears and talks of miracles. I had never given up hope, Fred's mom tells the others. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I dreamed that I saw him safe in a boat. Howard's dad tells of 3 wardens at his door. I thought we were being evacuated, but they said, we have good news. I answered, you're going to tell me my boy is alive? And they said, yes. Mrs. Shearing says, I can hardly believe the good news. A miracle has happened. Derek's mom gives her a hug. We thought we had lost both boys. It's a miracle that Derek has been snatched back from the grave. A miracle, yes. Found sons, joyful parents. But where are mine? This morning, I receive a telegram. Kindly escort home Kenneth Sparks. Impossible to come. From the Sparks. I'm to make my way home all by myself. I slump to the floor and think of all I've been through. Now I'm home, but home hasn't changed. That's Manny. He's scratching on a scratching post. But home hasn't changed. Money is still tight. My father can't leave work. My stepmom feels the same. Ken, mate, come with us, says Howard. We can get you down to Euston Station. Home hasn't changed, but I have. The sea may have knocked me down and left me for dead, but this odd mix of kind people thrown together on Lifeboat 12, people who were once strangers, started my heart up again. They nursed me back to myself, stronger than ever. I smile at my new friend Howard, who gives me a hand up. Thanks, mate. That would be grand, I tell him. Soon it's time for us all to say goodbye, but no one has the words. Head down, hands in pockets, I stand on one leg, then the other. I stare at the floor, hardly believing that I won't be seeing these boys tonight, tomorrow, and all the days for the rest of my life. They feel like my family. We must be going, says one parent. 5 more minutes. I swallow and look up at the others. I've always wanted, I start. What? Asked Derek. So I try again. I've always wanted a brother. Now I have all of you. Come here, boys, says Auntie Mary, and folds us in, arm over arm. You'll see each other again, she says. You can write to each other, and to me. We will, I say. Parents gently pull their sons away. Mrs. Clater reaches for Howard and me. Just 1 more minute, I say. All right, dear, she says. We'll wait for you in the hall. I put out my hand to Father O'Sullivan. Goodbye, Father, I say. Thanks for taking care of us. I'll try to pray more. Goodbye, Ken. I'll pray that you do. He laughs, clasping my hand in both of his. And we'll be in touch, don't you worry. Lastly, I turn to Mary. Goodbye, Auntie Mary. Oh, Ken, dear heart, I'm so proud of you. You are very brave, she says, cupping my cheek in her hand. I'll always remember your stories, Auntie Mary, and I'll always remember you. Then she gives me a kiss. I turn to go. Make your way, my parents say, and yes, I can do it now. I can make my way. All right, so they're all having to say goodbye. I don't know if they'll ever see each other again or not. Okay, this next chapter is called Back in London. The train chugs into Euston Station. I glance eagerly down the platform, hoping for a familiar face. No one has come to meet me. It's okay, I know my way home. Then I hear my name. Ken! It's my dad! My dad! I hobble as fast as I can into his outstretched arms. He hugs me hard, and try as I might, I can't stop the tears from flowing. Harry Purd would be disgusted with my tears. What a lot of rot, he would say. Dad laughs, wipes his own eyes and his nose, and stares hard into my eyes and says, I thought I had lost you. I'm safe, Dad, I'm safe. Arm in arm, leaning on each other, we make our way home together. Back in Wembley, I turn the corner to Lancelot Crescent, where a crowd lines the street. The rest of my family stands at the gate to our house, flanked by people on either side, clapping and cheering beneath Union Jack flags hung from every window. My little sister gives me a kiss. You've made us proud, says Mum. The neighbors crowd in around us. The mayor of Wembley steps up. Ken, he says, we took up a collection to buy you a welcome home gift. He hands me a small box. Open it, he says. I look at the smiling faces and lift the lid. Inside is a silver watch. There's an inscription on it, says the mayor. Read it. I turn the watch over and read aloud. Presented to Kenneth Sparks by his neighbors in admiration of his dauntless courage when torpedoed in SS City of Benares, September 17, 1940. Dad says to my stepmom, he's really home. Now we can look at his bike without crying, she whispers. Crying? I look up at her in surprise, and maybe for the first time I notice how weary she looks. I turn to see 2 houses across the street have been bombed, and the sidewalks are full of rubble. They've had a tough time of it here, too. I turn back to hear what my mum is saying. When we first heard that the ship had gone down, she tells our neighbor, we read that boys in one boat were heard singing. We heard they were singing Roll Out the Barrel. It's Kenny's favorite song, and I knew that he had to be in that boat. I could see him standing up and singing in his new gray overcoat. Every time I thought about the singing, it made me go on hoping. Hoping? What? She wipes a tear, an honest-to-goodness tear. She was hoping for me? I try to cheer her up. Look, Mom, I say, I still have my coat. I went back to get it. That's how I missed Lifeboat 8. You missed it for a coat? Oh, Ken, she says. Newspapers say Lifeboat 8 had no survivors, our neighbor says softly. I went back to get my coat, I say. That's how I ended up in Lifeboat 12. Oh, Mum cries, covering her mouth. Slowly, she reaches a hand to me, and I reach right back. I think we're going to have to stop right there because the alarm's going to go off on my phone. So, Ken has made it back home to a grand parade of people that celebrating in kind of a hero's welcome, as they said in the story. And even his mom is happy to see him. His mom, who really never paid him much attention before and acted like she really didn't care for him. Well, now he knows she does. So we're almost to the end of the story. I think there are only actually this is the epilogue. Takes place 3 years later after he arrives home. So maybe that'll give us some insight as to what he did once he got home. Maybe he did go back to Canada on another ship. Have to wait and see. So tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good evening.